Hey guys, welcome back to another video about the Falcon 4 Elite Force. Let's continue with the next training mission, which is the takeoff. Basically, you can see that there is a small circuit to be made during this mission, so nothing really hard. I'm gonna sit on this position of the wingman or the second position. Let's quickly change my munition loadout. I will carry some weapons just to show you how to use some types of weapons during this flight. So basically I'm gonna use this one harm just to show you how to lock on the enemy radars. I'm gonna use some Mavericks just to show you how the Mavericks works in this game, and couple of normal like general purpose bombs just to show you how to set up them, what's the possibilities of the release. And also I'm gonna do the ramp start in this mission, so you will see how to make your F-16 alive from from when you just sit into it. Okay, so we are sitting on some Brindisi airfield in the Italy, South Italy. We are in a completely dead machine, as you can see. It's currently not operational. Everything's off. The sound which is coming is from this aircraft near to me. That's my flight leader. So he already started his engine, so we are going to do the same. So that's our machine. First step, we would like to notify the ground crew which is standing around our aircraft that we are going to start our engine. So in order to do so, that you are trying to do is to switch on your battery power and switch all of your lights, so the crew will know that you are going to start the aircraft. Now, before we start the engine, let's close the canopy. That's this lever here. So the canopy has been closed, just not to breathe some harmful gases while the engine is starting. Then we need to arm our ejection seat. Now if you pull this trigger, we will be ejected from the aircraft. Let's put some air into the cabin. So that's the air source, like air condition for the cabin. You can see there are some errors, some secondaries. We are running on the secondary power currently, and the electronic systems are not working. They do not work on batteries, so you always need like the main source of the power, which is your engine and the generator. So let's activate the fuel pumps. Let's select the engine feed to normal, and let's start this jet fuel. It's the starter of the engine. It will put some compressed air into the first stage of the engine, into the turbine or compressor, and you will see on this gauge that the engine is starting. We are achieving some revolutions per minute, but they will stop at this stage. Like basically the jet starter is unable to move further our engine into higher revolutions. So we need to start injecting the gas or the fuel into the engine. It will be done by this, like there is some small thing near to my left hand. Let's activate it, and you can see that the engine is starting. But before it completely goes on, let's activate the parking brake so our aircraft won't move forward. Let's quickly check the throttle response. Okay, I'm able to control the throttle now, so the engine is responding, it's working well. Let's activate the power coming from the engine, and the master caution should disappear. Also, these warnings on this panel should disappear. We are up and running. Basically, next step is just to switch on all these avionics, like the fire control computer, store management system, MFDs, like the multifunctional displays. I don't know what UFC is. GPS, data link, and the map. And let's align this knob is for the INS, which is the inertial navigating system. And now it should start aligning. You have to be standing without movement of your aircraft while it is being initialized, so it's now being calibrated. There is a timer 1.4, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, it's going up until it reaches something like 8.9 or 9.0, something like that, and then you will know that your inertial navigation system is up and running. Let's activate our HUD. Okay, it's also okay. Now let's continue. Let's check the store's configuration. It's selected to category 3 just because we are carrying some air-to-ground stuff. Let's activate these jammers and electronic warfares. Activate the chaffs, flares. You can see that I have like 60 chaffs, 30 flares. Let's switch to the program 4, which I'm using during my flights, and let's select the manual release of the chaffs. That's it. Last check should be this manual trim, whether these needles are centered, whether they are in the middle. Therefore, you know that your aircraft is balanced like correctly or trimmed correctly. Let's activate the communication panel now. The radio, just these 4 knobs. Threat. Yeah, some warning about the sea level, maybe mean sea level, and communication 1, communication 2 for both the channels. Let's quickly check the bingo fuel. 1500. I will keep it like this. Let's switch to the steer point 2. So when I take off, I should be flying this way to the waypoint 4. And last, let's put some. Let's switch this left hardpoint, right hardpoints. Activate the fire control computer and put the radar altimeter to the standby mode. That's it. This is the switch for the consoles to be lit up during your night mission. So if it is a night mission, just hold this knob or switch this knob to this position, and you will increase brightness of your consoles. And or you can switch also this, like both together, for example, to lit up your gauges as well. You can see there is some background light visible slightly, but it's there. Okay, that's it. Let me switch to my weapons first. This is the harm, so you can see I'm carrying one AGM-88. I'm carrying 6 AGM 82s, which is, 6 Mark 82s, which is the bombs, like the iron bombs, and I'm carrying 2 AGMs 65D Mavericks. That was just a quick check. And for the, I'm carrying like 2 medium range missiles and 2 short range missiles, which are like Sidewinders, the M variant, and AMRAAMs, the B variant. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna fast forward just a little bit, use the time compression just to see whether the INS is aligned already. So let's wait a couple of seconds for that. Okay, you can see that this align is beeping here, so now what just need to do is just switch this INS from this normal position to this nav position, and we are good to go. Before I start moving forward, let's activate the nose wheel steering. I don't know where to switch it on the dashboard or in the cockpit. I'm using the combination of the keys like shift and slash, the key near to the right shift, and you will see that it's like nose wheel steering is activated, so you can switch it like this. Now I can, when I move my stick, I can move also with the nose wheel. Okay, let's check the control surfaces that they are moving. Okay, seems like everything's okay. Okay, every control surface seems to be working fine, so let's ask the ATC for the permission to move forward or to taxi to the runway. So let's use the T key. Let's ask about the taxi, so number 6.
Cowboy 1-2, request taxi.
Cowboy 1-2, taxi, runway 11, hold short.
Okay, so let's release the parking brake and gently use some power to do so. I should go to runway 11 basically, which is course or heading 110. It's this end of the runway. Let's brake here. When you reach this position, you can activate your landing light. This activates these landing lights on my front wheel. And now let's ask the control tower about the permission to take off, so number 7.
Cowboy 1-2, request clearance for departure.
Cowboy 1-2, Amendola, tower, position and hold, runway 11.
Okay, runway 11, position and hold, so we are allowed to go onto the runway, position ourselves there and wait for other instructions. So basically I can now move on to the runway, align myself with it, brake. Once you stopped, you can hear
Cowboy 1-2, Amendola, tower, you are cleared for takeoff, runway 11, depart heading 065.
you can hear that we are clear to take off, so let's take off. Also, my flight leader is already moving, so I didn't check the time, whether it is already time to take off, but we are ready, so no need to wait anymore. And we got airborne. Rise the gear. So that was this mission, just to take off.
Amendola, departure. Resume own navigation.
Okay, so we are advised to resume own navigation. So let's fly to the waypoint 4. Let's switch off the afterburner, so we will save some fuel. You will be pretty unable to fly all this circle with the afterburner on, just because of the huge fuel consumption. Okay, so let's fly towards this steer point. I've activated the radar, so currently I'm scanning the area in front of me. I can activate the EZM. But before I do that, I should switch this knobs off, and EZM is being activated here, basically. And now you can see that the EZM is enabled. Or you can do it by pressing the J key. But I always prefer to show you where to activate it from the cockpit. Now you can see that our radar warning receiver is empty, like nothing there. Just because it should show us some like real threats, not like the search radars, which are in this area definitely. One of the search radar was on the airfield where we airborne. So you can always switch this knob, and this will activate also the search radar to be displayed on your radar warning receiver. But if you are in the middle of some enemy area, your radar warning receiver will be simply full of search radars, and you won't be able to see like properly the other radars. So that's why it is or it should be always switched off, so you don't see the search radars, which are no a threat for you. You won't see them on your display. But I will switch it on just for now, so you can see my harm screen. If you want to use any of your weapons, just you have to first put the master arm switch to on position, so your weapons are armed. You can see it also here that I'm armed, and now I'm able to use my weapons. Basically, to shoot your harm, you will see this like SMS page of your harm. You can see the path. In the middle is your aircraft, and you will see some other symbols on this display. If there will be some site or anything like this, you will see like 2 or 3 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 13, 15, H and P. This stands for like ground threats for you. These last 3 are like allied SAM sites, but these from 2 to 15 are some Soviet, some Chinese systems. So you definitely need to be aware of them, and just according to the symbol, you will know that, for example, if there is a 6 on your radar warning receiver, you know that some straight flash radar from SA6 is illuminating you and is trying to shoot you down. So that's what it is used for. You can see that this S is moving. It's just because I'm currently over my airfield. That's it. And I can always see the position of the radar. one radar is in front of me somewhere. If I turn to the right, there is another airfield, and I can see that the search radar is shining at me. In order to shoot your harm, you should always just to move the cursor. Like you can see, my cursor is moving on this right MFD. Just put it over the symbol, like for example the 2 or 3, and you will be able to shoot your harm. If you want to use the Mavericks, let's quickly click to Mavericks. First step you need to do is just power them on. Then switch to the weapon page. Maybe select to this visual, like you can see there is a visual. And now you are pretty much able to move your cursor of the Maverick Seeker onto some target. Let's try to attack some targets on my base. That's it. Now I will just move this cursor on the HUD. You can see the square which is moving down below. I'm moving the cursor, and on the right MFD I can see our base. Let's switch it. Let's lock some specific area. I can zoom, and let's pretend that I want to shoot down the radar, which is here. Let's lock it once again.
Cowboy 1-1, request taxi.
And currently the Maverick, the radar is in range of a Maverick. You can see this dash here moving down below, and while it is here in this gap, you can shoot your Maverick, and it will hit the lock target. So that's the Maverick. If you want to drop your bombs, just go to the SMS page again, switch to the bombs.
Cowboy 1-1.
The most easiest,
runway 11.
my lead is just going to take off, so that's why they are talking so much. So let's switch to the CCIP, which is the constantly...
Amendola, tower, you are cleared for takeoff. Runway 11, depart heading 065.
Okay, which is the constantly computing impact point. And now I can see a symbol on my HUD. You can see this circle, which is showing the exact position where my bomb will hit the ground if I release them now. Basically, it's still moving. If I want to hit this river, for example, like this, and now just pickle, and the bomb will fall exactly into that point, basically. What you can change for these bombs, basically, you can change whether you want to release one bomb or one pair, so pair or single. You can select whether you want to release like all 6 bombs for just one trigger press. So release pulse is set to 6, and you can see there is like 6 singles will be released. And you can also select the dispersion or impact spacing. Let's say it's written here, impact spacing between the bombs. For example, if you want your bombs to fall like 300 feet distance between each other, just select 300 feet, enter, and now when I release the trigger, I will release like all 6 bombs. The release pulse is 6, it will be 6 singles, and the spacing between them will be exactly 300 feet. This is very useful if you see some armored column. Just align with it, correctly set up your bombs, and it will do the job. Or if there is a runway and you are carrying some Durandals or the BLU 107s or 109s, just select them properly, and just by one pickle you will be able to release all your bombs at once, and they will hit perfectly. Like the spacing between them will be exactly like you set up in your store management system. Okay, let's release my bombs, for example, near to this city, or maybe here into this forest. I do not want to hit any building, so I will show you from the outside,
Round away. Round away. Round away.
and that's it. All 6 has been released, and the spacing is exactly as I set it up. So you can see I'm out of the bombs now. If you want to attack an aircraft, let's pretend that our lead is the bandit. He is behind me according to this radar warning receiver. I'm gonna switch off the search radar, so you just see the 16 as a symbol there. So let's turn to our leader. I can see him on this MFD as well. You can see always all the aircrafts from your package here, just because of the data link. So let's turn to him. He is behind me. Soon I will see him on my radar screen. I don't know his altitude. Still, I do not see him on the radar.
Altitude, altitude.
Okay, let's fly behind him. Let's make a right turn. So he should appear on my radar screen, just because, as you can see, there is the range of the radar. He's inside it, but he might be up and down. I don't know whether he's like below me or up high from me. So let's tilt my antenna down. It's being done by the F5 key. Now you can see that this blue symbol is moving down. That's when the radar is scanning the down side, or the down half. Okay, looks like he's not there. So let's move the antenna up. It's done by the F7 key. I'm still unable to see him. I'm slowly moving the antenna down, the up position. You can see how it scans, like left, right, up, down. It's the automatic movement of the antenna in this type of search. But I'm still somehow unable to manage the lock onto him. Really surprises me. Let me check the profile of this flight. Altitude 5,000 feet, so basically he must be below me. And now I realize that a big mistake. You can always see the altitude onto your when there is a target locked, for example, onto the radar, he will appear here on the MFD. But for your own aircraft, you always see the altitude. It's the 5 there. So basically, the first is the leader. The 5 is his altitude. So basically, he's in 5,000 feet currently. I'm in 14,000. So that was my mistake. I forgot about this feature here. So let's tilt the antenna down a little bit, and I should be able to see him now. Okay, he appeared on my radar screen. Now when I lock him, I can see the exact position of his aircraft. That's him. If I activate the AMRAAM, he is perfectly in range, and I should be able to shoot him down, like without any problems. If I switch to the Sidewinder, you can hear the tone of the missile. And the missile is able to see him. That's why it is like this. If I release the lock, the Sidewinder is not looking onto this aircraft, so you have to find it manually, but there is a cloud just between us. So let's wait until we fly through this cloud. And you can hear, once he's there in front of me, every time I put this target into the circle, Sidewinder sees him and he is like ready to be shot at the target. There is a tone of the Sidewinder that you are in a range and you are able to shoot. Now I'm out of the range. Or you can use the U key to uncage your Sidewinder, and you will be able to lock him like this, like manually. But I switched my warhead to warm. I switched off the cooling, so that's why he's unable to lock anything. And now the target has been locked by this, like, by this Sidewinder.
Sentry 1, Cowboy 1-2, request picture. Cowboy 1-2, Sentry 1, picture clear.
I'm slowly running out of the fuel just because I was using the afterburner such massively, so I'm currently on 1500, 400 fuel. So let's head back to base and let's land there. Before I do that, I will
Cowboy,
switch
1-1,
to the
inbound for landing.
navigation mode. I will switch off the master
Good morning,
arm.
Cowboy 1. Amendola, approach. Take spacing and expect vectors to runway 11.
I will switch off the electronic, the EZM. Not power, sorry. This knob. I almost switched off the power of my aircraft. Oh my god. Okay, forward fuel low. Let's acknowledge this. And let's ask the tower for the inbound as well.
Cowboy, 1-2, inbound for landing.
Cowboy 1. Amendola, approach. Continue inbound. Cowboy 1-2, orbit for spacing. Cowboy 1-2, descend to 2000, maintain 330 knots, turn left heading 180, vectors to final, runway 11.
Okay, 180, the correct heading for me. And I should descend to the 3000 as advised by the ATC. So let's follow the instructions. I can see the base already.
Cowboy 1-2, perform landing check. Cowboy 1-2, descend to 2000, maintain 270 knots, vectors to final, runway 11.
270 knots, I'm way too fast.
Cowboy 1-2, turn left to final approach course 110, check approach speed.
Okay, let's turn to the final. Perfect, now let's just align with the runway. Let's wait until the speed will reach 300 and we are good to release our landing gear. So let's do it.
Cowboy 1-1, perform landing check.
Okay, gear is down. Now what I should do is just to keep this flight path marker on my HUD
Good morning,
on the
Cowboy
runway.
1-2, Amendola, power cleared for landing, runway 11, check gear down.
Check gear down. Okay, gear is down. I have to be slightly faster just because I'm heavier than usually. I'm still carrying like the Harm and 2 Mavericks. So that's why you can see me flying at such high altitude. Usually you should be like 40 to 20 knots lower. But my aircraft is really heavy. Now the throttle is on idle. And I'm going to land very gently. And let's use the wheel brakes. activate the nose wheel steering. So when I reach the end of the runway, I'll be able to move out of it. Okay, and we landed. Now let's move on to the taxiway out of the
Cowboy
runway.
1-2, clear runway, incoming traffic.
Yeah, I know.
Cowboy 1-1, turn left to final approach course 110, check speed.
Okay, so my lead is now going to final. I'm gonna park my aircraft just under the control tower.
Good morning, Cowboy 1-1, Amendola Tower, cleared for landing. Runway 11, check gear down.
Okay, let's activate the parking brake, switch off the landing light. Now I shouldn't be... I still have like 1,000 pounds of fuel. So you can see that even there is a warning of the low fuel, still you are pretty able to achieve your base without any problems. Let's now cut off the engine. Let's switch off the power, switch off the lights. I should now switch all these knobs back to the original position, but it's not necessary to do so after each mission. So it's the opposite way what you do in the start of the mission. This is like the opposite way, just to deactivate all these knobs. Okay, that's it. Aircraft is parked perfectly. Let's open the canopy and let's move out of the aircraft. So that was the first mission, or let's say the second mission, just to take off. I showed you how to use some types of weapons. I showed you how to ramp start your F-16 in this game. And if you have some further questions, if you want to touch anything, I can see that the leader is just rolling here, so he also finishes this mission successfully. If you want to ask me anything about this game, any procedure, any weapon, any knob in the cockpit, what for is it? So just write it into comment section. I will be more than pleased just to answer your questions. Guys, thank you for watching this video. I would appreciate if you hit the subscribe button, if you press the like button, for example. It will help my channel rise a little bit. Thank you for watching this. As always, have fun, take care, and bye.